A Sydney bartender who uploaded hundreds of photographs of women he knew to a pornography website will spend at least 5.5 years behind bars. Ruby Cornish has been following the story and was in court for today's sentencing. She joins us now. Ruby, what happened in court today?
Gemma, pretty extraordinary scenes here at the Sydney Downing Centre today. Andrew Thomas Haylor, a 38-year-old Sydney bartender, has been sentenced to 5.5 years non-parole behind bars for uploading hundreds of photographs of sexually explicit pictures of women that he knew to a pornography website over the course of 2 years. Now, these weren't explicit images in and of themselves. He, in many cases, altered them and put the faces of these women onto photographs and then put them on these websites. And they were accompanied by, in many cases, identifying details about the women, things like their full names, the suburbs they lived in, their occupations, their social media handles. In some cases, he encouraged other users of the website to reach out to these women on social media and harass them further. This offending occurred over a period of 2 years until he was eventually found out by police. He was arrested and he's pleaded guilty to using a carriage service to cause offence. Now, I've spoken to many of the victims in this case over the course of many weeks, and they were told not to even expect jail time at one point. So they were very pleased today when the judge, Jane Culver, read out the end of her sentence and basically said that she thought it was in the range of a very serious offending and that she imposed a sentence of 5.5 years non-parole. There was an audible gasp in the courtroom when that happened, Gemma.
And Ruby, what was the reaction outside court?
Well, outside court just a short time ago, I was speaking to some of these victims of Andrew Haylor. I mean, these were 26 women in total that he targeted, and they included people who considered him a close friend. Some of them talked about, inviting them, having him on the invite list for their wedding, having him stay at their house. They were his former colleagues, his former housemates. These are all women who feel really betrayed by his actions and shocked. But the great thing was they were able to come together in this action against him, and it's really there was a sense of solidarity and really pleased with the final sentence that was handed down. One of those victims, Hannah Grundy, she is a really important person in this case because it was her who collated the evidence of these photographs online and took them to police and persuaded police to pursue this investigation in the first instance. I spoke to her outside court. Let's have a listen to what she had to say.
It's really, really shocking, honestly, and amazing, obviously. I can't believe it. It felt very healing all being together and sitting down together and being able to hold each other's hands and hug and all of those things. It was very supportive. It was very healing, and it was closure, I think, as well, of a bad 3 years.
That was Hannah Grundy there. She has spent years trying to get some justice for what Andrew Thomas Haylor did to her and 25 other women in invading their privacy and uploading photos of them to a pornography website. She's clearly very shocked, as she said, but pleased with the outcome, and hopefully this has provided her and the others with some closure, Gemma.